Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Nemo Van Devender at Parnassus Books, and I want to say thank you a million times. Our fund drive for Bookem was so successful. We had 390 donors, which is why I am not going to be writing thank you notes to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They raised $23,000, and when combined with the matching grant, they raised $43,000, which just goes to show when a whole bunch of people get together and each chip in a little bit, an enormous difference can be made for kids. It's going to buy 16,000 new books that kids get to pick for Bookem. So that's amazing. And since it's December, we here at Parnassus are also doing a Bookem book drive. So we're going to pick a book every week. There are books that we've picked at the cash register. If you want to add one to your order, that would be great. The book I'm picking this week is Charlotte's Web, which may seem crazy because you might think everybody has one, but they've just come out with this glorious new edition. Look at this, the sprayed ashage, Some Pig, terrific, radiant. My wonderful editor, Allie Day at Harper's Children, sent this to me as a present, and I just keep it on my desk because it's so beautiful and I love it so much. Thanks, Allie. And today, because we don't have a lot of new books to talk about, I'm going to do a deep dive for one of my very favorite authors of all time. Okay. Katie Camillo, who wrote Lost Evangeline, every single year she reads Best American Short Stories, which that's amazing to me. She also reads the O. Henry Prize stories every year, all of them. And she told me that in this year's Best American Short Stories, that the very best story was by Elizabeth McCracken. And it's called 7 Stories About Tammy. And so I got the book and I read the story. And I don't know if it's weird for me to just be recommending a short story, but it was one of the best things I have ever read in my life. And it made me cackle out loud and filled me with joy. And it was like nothing I've ever read. So it just reminded me to remind you that Elizabeth McCracken is one of our greatest writers. And if you like short stories, the Souvenir Museum, which won the Story Prize, the highest honor for a book of short stories, and the hero of this book, which is this amazing meta novel / memoir about a character who's like Elizabeth, having a relationship with someone who's like her mother. Unbelievable. And her brand new book, The Long Game, Notes on Writing Fiction. If you want to learn how to do this at home, you can get Elizabeth McCracken to be your teacher. So that's my appreciation. My other appreciation for the day, Look by Michelle Obama. I bought this book as a present for a friend and then spent days going through it myself. And you want to talk about something that sparks joy? You want joy back into your life? Get a book of pictures of Michelle Obama. Look, there she is, welcoming a child into her arms with great love and enthusiasm. Can you imagine something like that happening now? Fill your heart with hope and love. Look. Lindsay, hope and love, what you got?
So much of it fills my heart. My book today is a great YA book. This bad boy can fit 2 love stories. It's There's Always Next Year by Leah Johnson and George M. Johnson, which is a great YA love story. Please donate to Bookem. There are not a ton of books out today, but one I do want to give a shout out to is Adam Morgan's A Danger to the Minds of Young Girls, which is the story behind Margaret C. Anderson, who is the person responsible for publishing Ulysses by James Joyce in the United States. If you don't know, Ulysses was banned. People fought very, very hard for us to not read this book because it was a danger to the minds of young girls. And I'm here to say that when I was a teenager, I read Ulysses by myself one summer, entirely of my own volition. I turned out fine. because there are not a ton of books out today, I'm going to do some rapid recommendations of questions that we get all the time, requests. These will all be on our website, so I'm going to go quickly, but they will be there for you. We frequently get requests for sharp, literary, contemporary fiction. These are 3 of my favorites from this year. These are all beautifully written, engrossing, dive deep into relationships, both friendships and love. Heart the Lover by Lily King. We all love this book. The Wilderness, Angela Flaherty, for a deep dive into female friendships. Ordinary Love by Mary Rakowski. I loved this book. Lots of yearning, lots of deep dives into relationships. Historical fiction that might be under your radar. The Silver Book by Olivia Lang. This is 1970s Italian filmmakers. The Lilac People by Milo Todd. If you think you have read every World War II book, you have not read this one. It looks at trans folks in Germany during World War II. Mutual Interest by Olivia Wolfgang Smith. This came out in January, and it is one of my favorite historical fiction reads. It is a lavender marriage at turn of the century New York. They are backstabbing and messy, and it's just so fun. I love this book. And the request that we probably get the most is, I want something that won't devastate me, but I also don't want you to sugarcoat it. And I recently pitched these as books that are like getting a hug from your friend who does not give many hugs. Kevin Wilson, Run for the Hills, which I love to pair with Annie Hartnett's Road to Tender Hearts, if you would like your dysfunctional family road trip. And also Emily St. John's Woodworking. All of these are so funny, they're contemporary, they do feel like a hug, but also like they're not gonna make everything sugar-coated and sweet for you. Love these books. Kicking it over to Elise.
Thanks, Lindsay. Hey, everyone. First things first, big shout out to Liz from DC. I know you came in and you met with Rayanne, and I'll meet you next time, but big shout out and to all of you watching. Thank you. My book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This is Party Pooper, and I just, I love Jeff Kinney, and we love this book. And I also want to remind people, so when you get these books for Bookem, go ahead and put it in the comment section, and that way we'll know not to send it to you. All right. Hanukkah is on Sunday. I think it starts out. Sunday is the 14th? Okay, Sunday. There are 8 nights. I don't have to tell you because because everybody's shopping like crazy. And it wouldn't be the holidays if I didn't hold up Q-List, which is 12 dice. Seriously fun. And it's a solitaire crossword game that is absolutely the best. So, Tom Sturdivant lives in Nashville. He's an inventor, and he made this game, and I'm telling you, it is so much fun. Keeps your mind going. It's a great cracking stuffer. Look, this is not available. I'm holding this up because it's an advanced reader copy. But for the holidays, pre-order this. Tell the people that you love, or that you don't love, that you got them the greatest gift. For any holiday, Flag Day, it doesn't matter. This is great. Whistler, the new Ann Patchett, coming in June, but you can pre-order it now. Okay, I've got a theme here. So somebody left this on my desk. It's called Poor Decisions. Do you see it? It's very funny. It's 100 cocktails inspired by your ex. And it has drinks such as trauma dump and compensating. I mean, I could go on and on, but I know that we have other things to do, but toxic waste of time. I mean, I'm telling you, people, this is great. And if you kind of maneuver it, you can fit it into whatever packaging you need to. This is extremely happy holidays. And this is Devin McEwen, who happens to be Sandra Boynton's son. So he has all of these wonderful drinks with illustrations by his mom. Now, I'm just telling you that there is a latkatini, and if you want to know how to make that, you're going to have to get the book. Really fun stuff. Now, we know that you shouldn't be drinking unless you're eating, so one of my favorites, this is Arnold Mint, and we all love Arnold Mint. Arnold, we love you. And this is his latest book, Family Tie, and it's a beautiful book. It's a great gift, and it makes it even better because we have signed copies. Then I just happened to be walking by one of the tables here, and I saw this book, and it's called Chair. And it's this, first of all, it's a fabulous looking book. And then you look inside, and it's just fabulous chairs. I don't know if you guys get as excited as I do, but look at these chairs. Anyway, how fun is this? Okay, I think that's it. And story time. Oh my goodness. Q-Pig. I don't have the book in my hand, and it's Claire Tattersfield, and she's going to be here. She is from Nashville. She's going to be here on Saturday morning at 10:30, and Q-Pig saves Christmas. And in order to know how she does that, you're just going to have to come at 10:30 because it's going to be so much fun. And you know what else is fun? Rayanne, what you got?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Go online for the Book 'em Book Drive to parnassusbooks.net/bookem. Pick a book to donate. This is my pick for the week. It is Legends of Lotus Island Into the Shadow Mist, perfect for first through third graders. And a couple of new releases this week that are bookseller favorites. The Mother-Daughter Book Club is being released in middle grade. This is a favorite of one of our booksellers, Treva. And in YA, so many booksellers love A Study in Drowning. We have a novella companion, an archive of romance out today. I thought I would go back through the December book club picks because some of these books came out quite a while ago, but these are our featured books for the month. Barnabas wants to hear all about them. Thank you, Barnabas. This is the Parnassus Next Pick. I'll Find You Where the Timeline Ends by Kylie Lee Baker. This is about a girl who's descended from dragons, who's being trained in a special agency that keeps people from disrupting the timeline, but she teams up with a rogue agent because she wants to find her sister who's been erased. In middle grade, in the Spark Book Club, we have Ivy and Forrest Rewrite the World by Hannah West with illustrations by Jennifer Bricking. I just, first of all, think this looks like a holiday cover. It's a great pick for this time of year. It's Ivy and Forrest. Forrest is a person in a magical world who wants to change things, and he goes through a portal and meets Ivy, the author, who's really writing his story, and they go on all these adventures together. It's such a fun read for a kid or as a family read aloud. And in picture books, we have The Old Sleigh, which was a Sprout pick this month. Jarrett and Jerome Pumphrey brothers have illustrated The Old Sleigh. The Old Sleigh starts out in a small town. The town grows. Do they still need the old sleigh? The sleigh's role changes as they go. It's such a sweet and beautiful holiday read. Take a look at all of these on the new releases page. Thanks for listening.